Walt Whitman quotes on happiness and wisdom, the art of silence in two key moments. Happiness is often misunderstood as a final destination, something to be achieved after overcoming life's hurdles or reaching certain milestones. However, the essence of happiness lies not in the end goal, but in the journey itself. Life is inherently unpredictable, filled with moments of joy and periods of struggle. What truly defines us is not the challenges we face, but how we respond to them. Each obstacle presents an opportunity for growth, and every moment, whether good or bad, contributes to the tapestry of our existence. Don't just watch, subscribe. Daily quotes to uplift and empower you. Focusing on the present moment is key to embracing this philosophy. The future may seem uncertain, but it is no more unpredictable than the present. When we dwell too much on what might happen or linger on past regrets, we lose sight of the beauty in front of us. True happiness is found when we learn to appreciate the small, fleeting moments that make up our daily lives. Whether it's a kind word shared with a loved one, the warmth of sunlight on our skin, or simply taking a deep breath during a busy day, these are the instances that bring meaning to our journey. Finding joy in every situation requires a shift, perspective. Even in the darkest times, there is always a glimmer of light waiting to be discovered. It could be a lesson learned from failure, the strength gained through adversity, or the realization that challenges help shape who we are. By choosing to focus on gratitude and positivity, we can transform even the most difficult circumstances into sources of inspiration. This approach aligns with timeless wisdom, such as the teachings attributed to Walt Whitman, who emphasized living fully in the present and appreciating life's simplicity. His words remind us that happiness isn't something external. It resides within us, waiting to be nurtured. Instead of chasing distant dreams or expecting others to fulfill our emotional needs, we must take responsibility for our own contentment. After all, happiness is not a place you arrive at. It's a way of traveling through life with an open heart and a mindful spirit. By embracing this mindset, we can navigate life's ups and downs with grace. Finding joy in the journey rather than obsessing, words are among the most powerful tools we possess, but their true value is realized only when they align with actions. Empty promises or hollow declarations lose their meaning if not supported by corresponding deeds. A person who speaks endlessly without following through on their words risks diminishing their credibility. On the other hand, when words are backed by genuine effort and integrity, they become a force for connection, inspiration, and change. This balance between speech and action is essential for building trust and fostering meaningful relationships. Equally important is knowing when to remain silent. A wise individual understands that there are two situations where silence is golden: when they know too little and when they know too much. Speaking without sufficient knowledge can lead to misunderstandings or misinformation, while sharing excessive details may overwhelm or alienate others. In both cases, restraint demonstrates self-awareness and respect for the listener. Silence, when used thoughtfully, can be as impactful as words themselves, allowing space for reflection, observation, and deeper understanding. Choosing the right words is an art that requires mindfulness and intention. Words have the power to heal or harm, to unite or divide. When selected carefully, they can open hearts, bridging gaps between people and fostering empathy. Conversely, poorly chosen words can close mouths, stifling communication and creating barriers. For instance, a well-timed compliment or a compassionate phrase can brighten someone's day, while harsh criticism or careless remarks can leave lasting scars. As such, it's crucial to weigh our words before speaking, ensuring they align with kindness, truth, and necessity. This philosophy echoes timeless wisdom, reminiscent of teachings often attributed to thinkers like Walt Whitman, who emphasized the importance of thoughtful expression and introspection. By valuing silence when appropriate and choosing words wisely, we elevate our ability to connect with others authentically. In doing so, we not only enhance our relationships, but also contribute to a more harmonious and understanding world. Words, when matched with actions and tempered by wisdom, become a beacon of hope, clarity, and transformation in our interactions. The foundation of personal growth lies in the ability to change your thinking, as it is often said that how we perceive the world shapes our reality. By shifting our mindset, we can transform not only our actions but also the outcomes we experience in life. This principle underscores the idea that success is not merely a product of external circumstances, but rather an internal process of self-awareness and intentional thought. When we choose to adopt a positive and proactive mindset, we open doors to opportunities that may have previously seemed out of reach. Changing your thinking is the first step toward changing your life. Decisions play a pivotal role in this transformation. While luck is often seen as a random force beyond our control, it is, in fact, our decisions that create luck. Every choice we make sets off a chain of events, influencing the direction of our lives. For instance, deciding to take a risk, pursue a passion, or embrace a challenge can lead to unexpected opportunities and outcomes. On the other hand, waiting passively for luck to strike without taking action rarely yields meaningful results. Luck does not create decisions. Instead, it is the byproduct of deliberate choices and consistent effort. By taking ownership of our decisions, we empower ourselves to shape our destiny. Perhaps the most profound challenge, and the cornerstone of success, is believing in oneself. In a world filled with doubt and uncertainty, trusting your abilities can feel like an uphill battle. Yet, it is this belief in oneself that fuels resilience, determination, and courage. Without self-belief, even the most talented individuals may falter when faced with obstacles. Conversely, those who cultivate confidence in their potential are better equipped to overcome setbacks and achieve their goals. Believing in yourself is not about ignoring flaws or challenges. It's about recognizing your worth and committing to growth despite imperfections. This resonates deeply with timeless teachings, such as those attributed to Walt Whitman, who championed the importance of self-awareness and inner strength. By embracing the power of decision-making, fostering self-belief, and transforming our thinking, we lay the groundwork for a fulfilling and successful life. The journey begins within, as we learn to trust ourselves and take bold steps toward the future we envision. In the pursuit of personal growth and success, it's important to remember that slow progress is infinitely better than no progress at all. Life is not a race. It's a journey that unfolds gradually, step by step. Even small advancements, when consistent, can lead to significant transformations over time. While it's natural to desire quick results, true progress often requires patience, persistence, and dedication. Celebrating incremental achievements helps maintain motivation and reminds us that every effort, no matter how small, contributes to the bigger picture. Stagnation, on the other hand, breeds frustration and limits potential. By embracing the process and valuing steady improvement, we set ourselves on a path toward meaningful change. Overcoming challenges is an integral part of this journey, much like climbing a mountain. Each obstacle presents an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Just as a climber builds physical endurance and mental fortitude with every step upward, we too develop strength by facing life's difficulties head-on. Challenges force us out of our comfort zones, pushing us to discover inner resources we may not have realized we possessed. The process might be arduous, but the rewards, greater confidence, expanded capabilities, and a deeper sense of accomplishment, are well worth the effort. Like reaching the summit after a grueling climb, overcoming adversity provides a profound sense of fulfillment and clarity. At the heart of progress lies the ability to learn from mistakes and take corrective action. Fixing mistakes is not a sign of failure. Rather, it is the first step toward success. No one achieves perfection on their first attempt, and errors are an inevitable part of growth. What separates those who succeed from those who give up is the willingness to acknowledge missteps, take responsibility, and make improvements. This mindset shifts the narrative around failure, transforming it from a source of shame into a valuable learning experience. By addressing mistakes constructively, We build resilience and create a solid foundation for future achievements. These principles reflect timeless wisdom, echoing teachings attributed to thinkers like Walt Whitman, who emphasized the importance of perseverance and self-improvement. By valuing slow progress, embracing challenges, and fixing mistakes, we cultivate the strength and determination needed to navigate life's complexities and achieve lasting success. In a world often preoccupied with appearances, it's crucial to look beyond the surface and focus on the inner qualities that define a person. Judging others solely by their outward presentation can lead to misunderstandings and missed opportunities for genuine connection. Appearances can be deceiving, much like books with misleading covers, while true character is revealed through actions, values, and how one treats others. By prioritizing inner qualities such as kindness, honesty, and empathy, we foster deeper relationships and create a more compassionate environment. This shift in perspective encourages us to see people for who they truly are, rather than making assumptions based on superficial traits. At the heart of meaningful change lies the family unit. Loving and respecting your family is not just a personal responsibility, but also a way to transform society from its roots. Families are the foundation of communities, and when nurtured with care and understanding, they become breeding grounds for positive values and emotional resilience. By investing time and energy into building strong familial bonds, we contribute to a ripple effect that extends far beyond our immediate circle. Acts of love, respect, and support within the home teach future generations the importance of compassion and unity, ultimately shaping a better world. As the saying goes, if you want to change the world, start by creating harmony and love within your own family. Equally important is the ability to discern integrity in others. Avoiding people whose words don't align with their actions is a form of self-protection and wisdom. Those who speak without follow-through or make empty promises can drain your energy and erode trust. Authenticity is key to building lasting relationships, and surrounding yourself with individuals who demonstrate consistency between their words and deeds fosters an environment of reliability and mutual respect. Learning to identify and distance yourself from insincerity allows you to focus on those who genuinely uplift and inspire you. These principles resonate with timeless teachings, including insights attributed to Walt Whitman, who emphasized the importance of looking beyond facades and valuing substance over appearance. By focusing on inner qualities, nurturing family bonds, and seeking authenticity in others, we lay the groundwork for a life rooted in trust, love, and meaningful connections. These practices not only enrich our personal lives, but also contribute to a more empathetic and harmonious world. Patience is often described as a difficult virtue, and for good reason. It requires us to endure discomfort, delay gratification, and resist the urge to rush through challenges. While patience may feel bitter in the moment, testing our resolve and pushing us to our limits, its rewards are undeniably sweet, like a seed that must endure the darkness of the soil before sprouting into a flourishing plant. Patience allows us to grow and achieve what we once thought impossible. It teaches us to trust the process, remain steadfast in the face of uncertainty, and believe that effort invested today will yield meaningful results tomorrow. Achieving something truly valuable almost always demands endurance and sacrifice. Life rarely offers shortcuts to success, especially when it comes to goals that hold deep significance. Whether it's mastering a skill, building a meaningful relationship, or pursuing a lifelong dream, the journey is often fraught with obstacles, setbacks, and hardships. These challenges, however, are not roadblocks. They are stepping stones. Each difficulty we overcome strengthens our resilience, sharpens our determination, and brings us closer to our aspirations. Hardships test our commitment, but they also reveal our potential. By embracing these trials with courage and perseverance, we prove to ourselves that we are capable of far more than we imagined. The connection between patience and hardship is profound. Both require us to confront moments of discomfort and uncertainty, trusting that the effort we invest will eventually pay off. For instance, An artist spends years honing their craft before their work gains recognition, and an athlete endures grueling training sessions before achieving peak performance. These examples remind us that valuable accomplishments are rarely instantaneous. They demand time, dedication, and the willingness to endure struggles along the way. Ends with timeless wisdom, including teachings often attributed to thinkers like Walt Whitman, who celebrated the beauty of persistence and inner strength. By cultivating patience and embracing hardships as part of the journey, we unlock the door to personal growth and lasting fulfillment. The fruits of our labor, whether in the form of success, self-discovery, or inner peace, are made all the sweeter by the challenges we overcame to achieve them. In the end, patience and perseverance transform not only our circumstances, but also our character, shaping us into stronger, wiser, and more resilient individuals. Worry has a way of distorting reality, turning small, manageable issues into overwhelming obstacles. When we allow our minds to dwell on fears and uncertainties, we unintentionally magnify problems, making them appear larger and more insurmountable than they truly are. This tendency to overthink can cloud judgment, drain emotional energy, and prevent us from finding effective solutions. Instead of addressing challenges with clarity and focus, worry creates a mental fog that traps us in a cycle of stress and anxiety. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward breaking free from its grip. Rather than trying to fix every issue directly, a more productive approach is to change your mindset. Our perspective often determines how we perceive and respond to difficulties. By shifting our mindset, we can reframe problems as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable barriers. For example, instead of viewing a setback as a failure, we can see it as a chance to learn and adapt. This shift in thinking empowers us to approach challenges with creativity, resilience, and a sense of purpose. It also encourages us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, rather than expending energy on things beyond our influence. Changing your mindset begins with cultivating awareness. When faced with a problem, take a step back and assess the situation objectively. Ask yourself, is this issue as significant as it seems, or am I allowing worry to amplify it? By detaching emotionally and examining the problem from a broader perspective, you can identify practical steps to address it. Often, the root of the issue lies not in the external circumstances, but in how we interpret and react to them. Adjusting. Your internal narrative can transform feelings of helplessness into a proactive mindset, enabling you to tackle challenges with confidence. Echoes timeless wisdom, including insights attributed to thinkers like Walt Whitman, who emphasized the importance of self-awareness and mental clarity. By addressing the underlying causes of worry and focusing on mindset shifts, we equip ourselves with the tools needed to navigate life's complexities. Instead of being consumed by problems, we learn to rise above them, using each experience as a stepping stone toward personal growth and resilience. In doing so, we not only solve immediate issues, but also build the mental fortitude to face future challenges with grace and determination. Every moment we experience is a gift, one that cannot be reclaimed once it slips away. Time is the most irreplaceable resource we have, yet it is also the easiest to take for granted. Lost time can never be regained, which is why it's essential to cherish each passing second. Whether it's a quiet morning with loved ones, a fleeting conversation with a stranger, or even a solitary moment of reflection, these instances are the building blocks of our lives. Recognizing their value encourages us to live more intentionally, savoring the beauty in both the extraordinary and the mundane. Life, at its core, is a beautiful journey filled with ups and downs, triumphs and challenges. True happiness is not found in chasing distant dreams or clinging to past memories, but in fully embracing the present moment. The present is where life unfolds, the only time we truly have control over. By focusing on the here and now, we free ourselves from the weight of regret or anxiety about the future. Happiness lies not in grand achievements or material possessions, but in the small, every day, joys that often go unnoticed. It's in the laughter of a child, the warmth of the sun on your skin, or the peace of simply being still. When we learn to appreciate these moments, we discover that life itself is a source of profound fulfillment. Sometimes, the smartest thing we can do is to stay quiet, listen, and observe. In a world that often values constant action and noise, silence becomes a rare and powerful tool. Listening allows us to connect deeply with others, understand different perspectives, and respond with empathy. Observing gives us the clarity to see situations for what they truly are, rather than reacting impulsively. Silence also creates space for introspection, helping us better understand ourselves and our place in the world. By choosing to pause and reflect, we gain insights that words alone cannot provide. This philosophy aligns with timeless teachings, including those attributed to Walt Whitman, who celebrated the beauty of life's simplicity and the importance mindfulness. By valuing each moment, living in the present, and embracing the wisdom of silence, we cultivate a deeper appreciation for life's journey. These practices remind us that happiness is not something to seek elsewhere. It is already within us, waiting to be discovered in the quiet moments and the everyday wonders of existence. Meet Ethan, a young professional working at a bustling marketing firm. Known for his quick wit and sharp mind, Ethan often felt compelled to contribute to every conversation, whether he was fully informed or not. One day, during a team meeting, his manager introduced a complex new strategy involving data analytics, a topic Ethan knew very little about. Instead of staying quiet and listening, Ethan decided to chime in with vague suggestions that only confused the team further. His colleagues exchanged awkward glances, and the meeting ended with more questions than answers. Later that week, Ethan found himself in another situation. This time, he had spent hours researching a client's industry and felt confident in his expertise. During the discussion, he began dominating the conversation, bombarding his teammates with intricate details and technical jargon. While his intentions were good, his enthusiasm overshadowed others' input, leaving them feeling undervalued and frustrated. It wasn't until Ethan received constructive feedback from his mentor, Grace, that he realized the importance of Whitman's advice. Grace shared how she learned early in her career that silence could be just as impactful as speech. She explained, "Sometimes saying nothing allows others to shine. Other times, holding back gives you the chance to learn something new." Inspired by this lesson, Ethan made a conscious effort to practice restraint. In future meetings, when unsure of the topic, he listened attentively and asked thoughtful questions instead of rushing to respond. When he was well informed, he balanced his contributions, ensuring everyone had a voice. Over time, Ethan noticed a shift. Not only did his relationships improve, but his decisions became wiser because they were rooted in understanding rather than ego. Whitman's teachings remind us that happiness stems from balance. Balancing our words with actions, our thoughts with patience, and our expressions with mindfulness. By mastering the art of timing in communication, we create space for deeper connections, personal growth, and meaningful relationships. After all, sometimes, the smartest thing we can do is to simply listen, observe, and let silence speak louder than words.